Hey, let's get some divine messages, shall we? Let's ask our angels, saints, ancestors, and spirit guides into our space to receive divine messages for our highest and greatest good. And so it is. What is the message for us today? Spirit, thank you. All right. We have a Queen of Swords and a Seven of Swords. All right. I feel like somebody's going to have to speak their truth and maybe cut somebody off at the pass, or someone did get cut off at the pass. Let's see. What do they want to say? I feel like they have this agenda, right? Oh, they want to get back together. Four of Wands. I feel like you're the stable. I feel like they see, or they could be leaving a dynamic and wanting to come towards you. Okay, so let's see what this Joker wants. Let's see. Oh, brother, let's see. This could also be your belief, like anyone coming at you is like got some sort of trickster vibe, but that's not always the case. But I feel like you use your discernment regardless, like you've learned from the past experiences and lessons. And so you go within for guidance. You don't always believe what everyone else has to say, all right? And I feel like there's been a lot. I feel like people have a lot to say. People may also understand now why you left a situation because this person is a jerk. Right? 8 of Cups, right? I feel like there's some soul searching in all of this, and there was a lack of maybe realizing that like someone might have overgiven or tolerated too much. Maybe this energy thinks that like you're still that person and you haven't evolved. So there's also like wanting to leave something, people, places, situations, experiences behind. It could have something to do with this this commitment here. Somebody wants to celebrate something. Flying cards. Yeah, I have a Page of Swords in the reverse. So, do you want that in the reverse? All right. Page of Swords in reverse. I mean, I don't think this person has anything nice to say. In fact, I think they're very focused on what you have going on in your life. And at some point, they need to focus on themselves, because I feel like everything's like kind of a bit in shambles is what I'm getting. So, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to like troll, stalk, watch from like a fake profile. What is this? 4 of Swords, bottom of the deck. So I feel like there's healing needed in this situation. I feel like, what is going on? 10 of Cups. Nothing they can say or do can affect your happiness or your family or your emotional fulfillment. Regardless of what they slander and say about you, nothing affected you. There's that. And so there might be this energy of like, well, how come nothing I sent to them worked? I thought whatever I was doing was going to have them like come back, or I'd be able to come back is what I'm getting. King of Cups energy. 3 of Cups energy. Someone broke a contract. I feel like for a third party thinking it would be, or a party group, or someone listened to a party group. I feel like there's also like an energy of, this is in the upright, so I'm going to take it as like a celebration, party. There could be somebody new here that you're going to celebrate your life with. And I'm getting like the past might have to watch. And there's nothing that they can do about your happiness or what happens in your life. That's what I'm getting. I feel like you will be celebrating with new love. Someone who has emotional availability, someone who's aware, conscious, okay, flowing, so they're in flow. They would be very like intuitive and psychic, maybe even like humanitarian like. I feel like this is, you know, maybe going out on a date or dating or celebrating or getting out there and having fun. You're meant to enjoy life. That could be family too. It could be children. I have the Sun card. This is yes. This is a yes. This is for you. It's almost like because there was this energy of walking away from something that wasn't what it seemed, it actually allowed, it like liberated you to align with something more stable, more secure. I'm getting like, this is what this is. Okay. There's feminine and masculine energy here. There's something that you're going to celebrate. This is divine. This is clarity. This is exposure. There's this like knowing, feeling, sensing, all of that. Yeah, beautiful. I think you're really going to understand why you're going to understand why nothing in the past worked and why everything now in the present was for your highest and greatest good. I feel like there's going to be evidence of this. I feel like, you know, it's okay to make wrong investments and then change and chart a new course. I feel like not all was lost. There's a lot more gained in the situation than maybe what's being seen in the physical realm. I'm getting that part of this was like a step in a process too for something much bigger and grander. I feel like also there could be some sort of like evaluation happening, like seeds being planted and maybe not feeling like they're growing fast enough or abundant enough, and maybe just lacking a bit of patience. But I'm getting that things take time to grow and develop. So I'm also getting that when it comes to this relationship here, is that like let things play out naturally. Things take time to grow, nurture, and develop. And I'm getting like you're on that vibe. Like you may have been through some sort of like development process, passionate new beginning. Yeah, you're embarking on a soul's journey in some way here. Okay, so King of Pentacles coming out. I feel like somebody may want to make some sort of investment in something you do, or they see your value and worth and maybe want to help grow the pile, help contribute. There's some energy here that might want to help contribute, or we'll get more info. Contribute. Yeah, Page of Pentacles, bottom of the deck. So that's a yes. I'm getting that there's somebody who sees you for you and likes what they see, okay? And sees your value, sees your worth, sees that like you have a lot on your plate, you've got a lot going on, like you might do a lot by yourself. Maybe there's somebody here or resources available to you that maybe weren't before coming in. All right, so this could come in a couple different ways. It could come in as like a return on investment, or being able to invest in a new space, learning something, being able to develop something from scratch. So this could be like something like you're entrepreneurially thinking about or creatively working towards. It could be some sort of project or promotion or certification or just like a new opportunity. All right, so I feel like, you know, this is very stable and secure. Okay, so what else we got here? No, okay. Well, you want me to take these? Like, no. Okay. I was just asking a few questions. I was like, was this is a new person, not someone from the past? And they're like, correct. I'm like, okay. Yeah, good. Star card. I feel like this relationship is going to be very like reciprocal and very nourishing and healing. Okay, there could be something that you might work with to kind of tap into your abilities and be in the flow. So it could have something to do with something creative, something passionate, something, yeah, here's some good news. Good news. I feel like you're going to feel like this was all, like everything's like set in motion, and I feel like you're about to receive some good news. So I feel like don't look at this as like a negative. See this as something that like puts you in like a new location, new place, new track, new journey, new path. Like this is going on like a spiritual quest, okay? And I feel like you might have like wanted to embark on something like this, and I feel like, you know, people maybe have been in fear and concerned of you being in your spiritual power and authority and having the know-how, right? I feel like you might also be like helping others to find this too. So there might be of like a way of like having the resources and the knowledge and the wisdom to pay it forward for others. I'm getting, you have access to ancient wisdom and knowledge. And you may have always had some capacity of someone who was very close to the divine, or maybe in between here with the polarity being shown here with the black and the white. The opposites, right? I feel like, you know, you could have been in one area, you know, depending on the life you've had. I feel like you've had a long history. Okay, and as a result of that, like you're meant to kind of like go on a quest and kind of share it. So that could be in any way you see fit, the quest. They're having me call it that because it's meant to kind of ring true for those who are being guided to really go on that kind of, to go in that direction. It's a form of validation. Anything else you can say about the Page of Wands? Yeah, look at Seven of Cups. I feel like there's, so what I'm getting with the Seven of Cups is that like there could be many that do this, and some are legit, some are not. And I feel like maybe you stand out from the rest as being legit. Okay, like real deal. Real deal. Okay. All right. Let's get some additional info. Let's go back up here. So real deal. Good news. New start, new opportunity. Look at Ace of, like I can't. Come on. Ace of Cups. All right. This is divine love. This is you being that vessel of divine love. Wherever, however it is, like this is you just embodying divine love and knowing that this cup is constantly refillable and there's enough to go around, and you understand this and you protect this and you honor this and you respect it. And I feel like because of that authority, you have some sort of really strong connection and abilities, okay? So you may be really strongly spiritually gifted. So I feel like, you know, this embodiment, can I say, this ability to create is powerful. And like all of the lessons learned were so that you honored these gifts, you honored these abilities, you are understanding that like access to this kind of wisdom and knowledge and practice is sacred. And not everybody's allowed to be in your energy for that specific reason. So you may feel isolated, you may feel alone, You may feel that you're being guided to really focus on wisdom, knowledge, learning, that type of thing, okay? I feel like this has something to do with your purpose, your passion, what you are specifically to do here in this incarnation. I mean, a passionate new beginning, you know, especially when it comes to love. So, you know, it is a very, very high vibration. And with that comes like manifestation abilities that, depending on where your mindset's at, can be extremely, it could go either way. So it's important that you've learned important lessons to know like where your integrity's at, your creative integrity and accountability is at, because that's what it's about. It's about having integrity and ethics when it comes to the powers that you hold. And we all have them, and we all create with them. All right. And so I feel like this is like a lesson as well, and a message about how strong your beliefs make manifest. Okay. Because I feel like there's a lot that's about to come true. I feel like you probably need to have someone who can review things for you so that you see through red tape or illusions, confusions, or people selling you snake oil, okay? Because you do have this like maybe a bit of inexperience towards things, or this childlike wonder. I feel like you're very childlike, innocent wonder. And so like the world's your oyster, right? But be cautious, okay? Make sure that we don't fall for earthly desires. Make sure that we're going within, and we're truly going in the direction that is for the highest and greatest good. And we understand how powerful we are when we want to create. And I feel like there's something that you're meant to do here that's big. So I feel like it takes responsibility and accountability to hold this kind of position. So I hope you take it seriously.